In this video, we're going to talk about groups, and we're going to go ahead and create a group. So let's first head on over to our Facebook account and sign in. That'll bring us to the home page, or naturally the news feed. And then if we come over here to the left column, you'll notice something that's added now that was not here prior to us creating our fan page, and that's this little link here. So we now have one other way in which we can log into and create additional pages and also the ads. So just below that, we'll go ahead and click on more. That'll bring up a few more options here. So let's click on groups. Oh, this will bring us to the page where we can in fact create our group. Got a couple of options here. Just pick your poison and go that route. They'll both bring you to the same page. But before we do that, let's see a few examples of other groups. And this might be an idea for you to consider prior to creating your own group, is to see other groups and how they're laid out, just to get an idea, maybe some construction ideas for your own group. And you may even want to go to the point of joining some of these other groups if they're related to your particular niche or ideas as to what you're going to be creating your group for. You might want to go ahead and join the other groups and start checking out some of the individuals there. Go ahead and befriend them and build a rapport with some of the members of these other groups, so whenever your group gets nice and solid and strong on its feet, then you'll be able to start bringing in these folks that you've met on these other groups that are related to your group, and it'll be a no-brainer. It'll be very easy for them to segue from where they are to where you are. And again, just an idea. And let's go ahead and do a search for gardening. We'll click on search right here rather than these guys here. So click on this, and this will bring up a bunch of options for gardening. Now then, we've got pages. This is all results right here that we're seeing right now. So we can go here to check out people that are garden related, pages, groups, applications, and so on. So we're going to go ahead and check into groups. You can do the same thing for pages too. We're going to see what groups we've got here, and there's a few of them. Now we can also drill down further and go into like container gardening or pepper gardening, and just be more drilled into or more niche specific if you wanted to do that. And again, that would be less selections here, but again, it'd be more niche specific. So let's see what we got here. It's a lot of members here, a lot of members there. Okay, so let's go ahead and check this one out here, where I believe it might be zombie free. And you can kind of see a little bit of an idea as to what they've got going on. The image, links, you can see some of the friends here. And again, too, you might want to check out some of these friends and start sending out friend requests to them, since they are related specifically to your particular niche, in this case gardening. And lots of photos, lots of cool stuff. And you might want to check out some of the applications they've got going on here, and so on. So anyway, that gives you an idea as to what you might want to emulate or kind of go by. And of course, you can click on here to join this particular group. So let's head on back over to our create a group link. And again, either one of those links you'll be able to do that with. We'll go with the group name of container gardening. And description, hey, why don't we make this describing container gardenings. And there we have a little bit of a description. Of course, you might want to go into greater detail on yours. This is just simply for examples. Now, under group type, depending upon your selection here, will depend upon the results here. For example, if we go with common interest, and by the way, I'm not just guessing here, it took me a long time to go through each one of these to see what the results were over here, to see which one was garden related. So yep, you'll just have to do the same thing. But common interest, then you come over here to select type, and you see here we've got gardening. Whereas under some of these other options, business, you've got different options here to choose from as well. So again, depending upon which option you choose here will depend on what options are available here. So just poke around, and I'm sure you'll find one that's close to your particular type or group you're trying to create. So we will now go with gardening. And then if you got any recent news you want to toss in here, and if you've got an offline or brick and mortar type store, you want to put in that information here. That'll be very cool. Remember that Facebook is a social medium, and the more out there you put yourself, the more easy it is going to be for your potential visitors and group members to find you and want to be a part of you. So again, whatever information you can supply it. And remember also on the website to add the HTTP :// so it will be clickable. And then once you've got your T's crossed and your I's dotted, click on create group. Oh, and this goes without saying here, make sure you review any terms of service so as to not violate them. And give this a second or two to create. And I think we're good. Now, as you see here, our group has been created. Go through here. This is having to do with some of the options that will show up right off the bat, some of the applications. So you can adjust these right now, or you can come back later and we'll deal with this in deeper discussion whenever we get to the privacy settings. But if you don't want anything about discussion boards in your group, untick that puppy. Enable videos. If you do not, then untick that. If you don't want any links in there, if you don't want any group event announcements, then untick that, and so on and so on. And if you want to keep this group secret, and just a heads up, on the internet, nothing is secret for very long, so I don't care what they put here. But if you want to, go ahead and check that. And whatever your options are, once you've made those options, remember to click on save so that they will stick. And bada bing, here we go. Now we just click on publish and we're good to go. You see right here, not published yet. The post is now visible on your wall so that the entire world can see it. And if we go back, by the way, if you do a search in here for gardening now, then chances are this group, whenever you select groups, will now pop up. And that's basically it. Of course, there's a lot more fine tuning to this, and you want to bring in and populate your group with members. So we're going to cover that in an upcoming video on promoting your group. But for now, thank you very much for watching. We now know how to create our own group. Have a great day.